So first thing I'll say is it's beautiful to look at, and I don't know how much of this was the cinematography and how much was just the location where they shot. It's just a beautiful mountain setting in France, and it uses it for beauty, but also to up the suspense. There's one point where a character is screaming and the camera pans out and just shows how the screams die away in this extreme isolation. And for the cinematography, there are some cool shots. There's this one shot where a deer, you see it kind of from the perspective of a deer looking down at this murder that's taking place, and it's interesting to see it from the perspective of this deer. I've never seen that done before. For people who like dark shows, you'll probably be happy with this. There's some great scenes with a psychopath and a psychiatrist, and they're having this kind of back and forth. It's very Silence of the Lambs. The actor playing the psychopath does a great job. They give him some great lines to work with. He's very chilling, very engaging. Why can't you treat me like the friend I've always been to you? This psychiatric institution is a large part of the show, and rightly or wrongly, we do associate mental illness with darkness and the potential for violence. The show starts with animal decapitation. There's some ritual abuse and tapes of the torture session, so it's hitting a lot of the notes of creepy, dark shows. It's very easy to binge, very short episodes, a very short season. It has one of the best opening credit songs I've ever heard. There's this great Nine Inch Nails song called Hurt. Johnny Cash did a great cover of it. Now they've done, I won't say as good a cover as Johnny Cash, but it's a great cover, great unique take on the song. There's one other thing I really like, but it's a spoiler, so I'll talk about it at the end. So now for the cons. So there's a mystery that they have to uncover, and you'd think I would recommend it if you like mysteries, definitely watch this one. But I feel like if you're a big fan of mysteries and piecing things together, you've probably been spoiled by maybe 9 seasons of Law & Order SVU, where I feel like any of those 42-minute episodes had as good twists and as good a mystery as this entire show. So I feel like you may be a bit let down that, yeah, there is a mystery, but there's no great twists that are really going to throw you and make you say, oh wow, I can't believe how that fit together. It's more just a kind of slow unwinding that I won't say is completely predictable, but it's kind of the way you figured the show was going to go. The characters for me were fairly weak, none of them that were annoying that you didn't enjoy watching, but none of them that you really got invested in and cared about and felt were really fleshed out. And the dialogue, for the most part, I thought was pretty forgettable. A few good lines: revenge is like war, innocent people get hurt, if I were Gulliver, I would have crushed Lilliput. And to be fair, it is a French language show. You've got to watch with either subtitles or dubs, so maybe some of the best dialogue gets kind of lost in translation. So my feeling when I'm watching the show and I'm on, let's say, episode 5, I'm definitely not turning it off. I definitely want to know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm also not on the edge of my seat. I'm not biting my nails, and when it's over, I feel like that was a competent show, it was a good show, but it wasn't mind-blowing. It's not like, let's say, Dark. Dark, the German TV show, not Dark, the adjective. So if you're a fan of mystery shows, you can definitely check this one out. I just don't think it's going to be one of the better mystery shows you've seen, especially if you've seen a lot of them. And now for the last thing I really liked about the show. It is a spoiler, so if you don't want to spoil, don't watch. So how the psychopath makes his escape, I thought was brilliant, because he has a history with this detective where the detective feels he did something wrong in the past and let this woman die. So what he does is he recreates that same situation where now the detective has a chance to make the opposite choice that he felt he should have made all along. And why this is so brilliant is there's such a human temptation, especially with people who feel tremendous guilt, to be able to rewrite the past. And he creates this illusion that the detective is going to be able to do this and is able to use it to completely manipulate him. And he makes his escape at the end. And I thought it was... when I first realized they were going to try to have the psychopath make his escape, I'm like, it's unrealistic, like there's no way that this would really happen, but the way they executed it and pulled it off, I could really see how that could realistically happen, where you have someone so haunted by guilt and his demons and is presented with this chance to make everything right and to make the different decision than he did in the past, and he jumps at it. If you like my review, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, you can click my face at the end of the video to subscribe. If you leave a comment, let me know how you like the series, any other television series you'd like me to review, or any other thoughts on my reviews in general. Leave a comment and I'll be sure to read it and reply.